Okay, it is that time again. You have bought your planners, you have absolutely fallen in love with it, but you don't know what to write in it, and you're a little bit nervous because it is already the new year. If that is you, then this video is absolutely perfect for you because I will be sharing some tips on how you can use your planners to help you not only achieve your goals but at the same time add a lot of value in your life and also not overwhelm you at all, because we don't want that here. We don't want overwhelm. We want it to be easy, fun, and all lighthearted and like rainbows and stuff. So yeah, and I wanted to share some tips as well so that you can consistently use the planner throughout the year. I've been using planners since 2016, so I've got quite a few years under my belt. So I just wanted to share some tips so that it'll help you with your consistency, because that's something people struggle with. Okay, let's get started. For the purpose of this video, I will be using the Alicia Souza planner to explain it to you guys. But really, whatever I'm talking about today, you can use it no matter what planners you're using. Like you can use Scribbling All Day, you can use Dreamy Moons, or any of the planners that are there. These tips are good for that. Now let's get right into it. No matter what planner you pick, it'll be divided into 3 different sections. The first one is the yearly section. So these are the pages that are there right before January begins, and some of the planners will have those spreads after December ends as well. Alicia Souza planner does not have it, but many planners do have yearly pages even towards the end. So these spreads will sort of give you an overview of the entire year. It is related to like big picture planning, stuff that you you hope from 2024 and you want to achieve in 2024. So it's just a big picture. What I suggest you to do is sort of create a ritual to fill up these spreads. You can go to a cafe for a couple of hours and then sit down and fill up all of these pages there. Or you can create a nice ambience within your home. That is something that I like doing personally. I like to set up nice lighting, I'll get some snack and a nice drink and play some nice background calming music, and then I fill up the pages. And sometimes I do it with you guys on camera here. So whatever it is for you, whatever you feel like would work the best, try to do that. And also set a timer. There will be multiple different kind of spreads here. For example, space to grow. Here probably you can write 3 lessons you learned from 2023, or you can write a snapshot of your entire year, one thing from each month, whatever you remember. Like, again, don't make it too complicated. Don't think like this is a very big process. Set a timer probably for this. You can set it around 15 minutes, and whatever comes out in that 15 minutes, you're gonna stop there. You're not gonna go beyond that. That's what I did with the Dreamy Moons planner. I just sat one day with my 2023 reflections. I set a timer for half an hour because there were multiple spreads, and I just wrote everything in there. So that is what you can use this spread for. Other planners have spreads specifically to reflect on your past year, or they have some generic name like this. That's one good thing about Alicia Souza planner. A lot of the headers are very generic. You can use it for whatever purpose you want to, but I suggest do like a mini reflection of your past year, because that will really help you to start 2024 on a good note. Then you have letter to yourself. This is really nice as well. I'm gonna make a separate video on me writing a letter to myself so that we can do it together. But this too, if it works for you, just go to a cafe, write stuff here. It's just a message. What I like to include is hopes and dreams I have for 2024, so that at the end of the year, when my future self reads this letter, she would have lived through the entire year, and it'll be really nice to see what your past self had in mind after having lived through that year. That it's just really magical, so I highly recommend you to do that. There are a couple of notes pages. You know, you can do word of the year, set a word or a theme. Again, some examples that I want to give is last year my word of the year was trust, because I wanted to trust God and the higher power more, because I was feeling like I'm too controlling and I'm too panicky, or I'm a bit anxious about everything. Previously, my word of the year was tranquility, because again, there's all these confusion thoughts that are going on in my head. I just wanted a little bit of peace and tranquility in my life. Before that, there was experiment. My word was experiment, because I wanted to experiment with new ideas. I felt like I was not allowing myself to do that. So whatever you want in your life more of, pick a word related to that and you can create a spread here. I have videos on all of that. Just go search like word of the year by Sanjana Raj or something, and then you'll find, or go to my channel and have a look at those videos. You'll get an idea about that. And then goal setting, again, what do you want to achieve? Like, I know this is a very like a cliche question, like what do you want to achieve? Probably you can think of what do you want 2024 to be like, and then create goals based around that. What do you wish 2024 brings into your life? Create goals based around that. I'm mentioning it again, don't spend a lot of time on this. It can get it can feel really overwhelmed. What I've found is timers really help. Set a 15-minute timer, set a 30-minute timer, and then sort of make it like an exam. You know, you have 3 hours to fill up the answer sheets, and what you write in those 3 hours is it. That is it. You're not gonna get extra time. So doing that really helps me. And then like a couple of notes pages here. So these are all of your yearly pages. Typically the pages that are there at the end, they will be a reflection of, or highlights or memories for this year that you can do at the end of the year. You don't need to worry about now. In this case, they've given a few notes pages. I've actually made a video on how you can use notes pages in your planners. I've created spreads like for my financial goals, something that's the planner has not given. I've created a self-care spread. You can create a birthday spread, or you can add like pictures, any memories that you make. You can add pictures of it throughout the year, or the books that you have read, the movies that you have watched. You can add all of those things in here. So this is the yearly section. Now we'll move on to the second section, which is monthly. So these kind of pages are there once a month. They are typically there for you to write down your goals for that month, or write down your intentions for that month, any highlights or memories you made, things like that. How I want you to look at the spread, the monthly pages, is whatever, you know, big picture planning you have done here, take that, break it into bite-sized chunks, break it into steps that feel a bit more tangible. For example, let's say one of your goal is to learn a new language. So what's one thing that you can do in January that'll help you get one step closer for you to achieve that goal? For me, probably it would be to research and enroll myself in a new language class. Do you want to learn Korean? Do you want to learn French? Or do you want to learn any other Indian language? Whatever it is, if there are any classes, research about that and enroll myself. So that will become your January goal. Break those yearly intentions and goals into bite-sized chunks. Make it a bit more tangible so that it'll inspire you, and also it'll not overwhelm you, because they are achievable. They are achievable. And then you also have your monthly calendar pages. What I like to do here is to organize my life, sit down once a month, make a note of all the bills, like when are they due, any appointments that I have, medical appointments, or if I've made plans with any of my friends, something that's a bit like date specific stuff that's planned in advance. add that here. Birthdays, anniversaries, these kind of things. This helps you organize so well. I don't think it's gonna take more than 15 minutes for you to set up all of these things, or maximum half an hour per month. You will be good. You will be good. I usually watch a YouTube video, someone who's planning and stuff, and I like to do that thing when I'm filming. I do it with you guys here. And then monthly pages also include your habit trackers. You can add habits that you're struggling with a little bit, or habits that really inspire you to live a nice life. You can add all of that here at the beginning of the month. This is a brain dump section. Again, some planners have it, some planners don't, so you can just make a huge list. Then you have this monthly meal plan and monthly wellness tracker, but I suggest you to not use this as your monthly pages, but use it as I'll come to it the next section. Use it there. And some of the planners also have monthly reflections. Alicia Souza one does not, but there are some, you know. Here I have Scribbling All Day. They have your monthly reflection here. So I usually don't do this on a separate day. What I do is, if I'm planning for February, like at the end of January, I do a reflection for January, and then immediately I start planning for February. It just makes it a lot easier and more simple for you guys to use the planner. So this is your second section. And then the third section, again, depending on what planner you use, is either weekly or daily. Some of the planners are created in a weekly format. Some of the planners are created in a daily format. I personally like to use weekly planners, but use it in a hybrid way, wherein I sit down once a week, set up my planner for the week, and then I also use the same page on a day-to-day basis. I'll explain that. Let's see here. This is the first week of January. What I would do is either, you know, before the previous week on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or even sometimes on the Monday morning itself, I sit down and I set up my entire week. So I really like to use stickers and decorate my planner, because I just like to make it look a little bit cuter. With Alicia Souza planner, I don't see the need for it because there are already a lot of illustrations in here. I might add some functional stickers, but with a planner like this, the Scribbling All Day one, I feel like I can use a lot of stickers, which I absolutely love doing. So I do that, and then I go to this monthly calendar page. I see what appointments I have, and then I mark that down again with stickers. Excuse me. I mark that down with stickers so that it just helps them to stand out and get highlighted a little bit. This is what I do once a week. And if these pages are there, you know, these meal planning pages, I would do this once a week as well. Something that I want to mention is, just because it's there doesn't mean that you have to use it. I am not a meal planner kind of a person, at least not so much in advance. I think I would think about tomorrow's meal tonight. So that's the most advanced time that I would think about. So I don't see myself using it, but you know, if you want to use it, if you want to give it a try, probably you can do it 1 week in a month, or just on the weekdays in a month. So see how you want to take it, depending on how you feel about it. You can do that then. So this is what I would do on a weekly basis, and then every single day, either on the previous night or on that particular morning, I come and I write down stuff that I want to get done that particular day. Make my bed, practice yoga, go on a walk, or meditate, tidying up, just these routine things. I like to write it over and over again because I feel like it is a reiteration to my brain, and it really helps me to come off at the end of the day to tick mark all of this stuff. It's just a nice reward system. I think it brings me a lot of joy. There is science behind this. You know, if you come and tick mark, it really helps you and encourages you to do that even more. But then I also add things that are out of my ordinary routine. If it is filming YouTube videos or taking some pictures for Instagram. Some people like to add their work or study related stuff here as well. I personally like to separate work or studying from my personal list. I just like to do that. And something that I use Alicia Souza Planner for is to make a log of my meals that I eat. At the end of the day, I come and write what did I eat for breakfast, what did I eat for lunch that day, what did I eat for dinner. It's just helping me create a more positive relationship with food. I've been doing this, I think, for 3 years now, and it's really helped me with binge eating and going on unhealthy diets and stuff, and basically how I think about food and how I behave with food. Doing this particular activity has really helped me, so I like to do that as well. And then on a daily basis, you can even come to this habit tracker page and then check off the habits that you have done. The purpose of this is so that it motivates you to do it, not depress you or irritate you when you don't do it. So just keep that in mind as well. And then sometimes, monthly, before we go off to that, we have this wellness tracker. This too is something that I would work on a day-to-day basis. When I create my checklist or when I come to tick it off, I will come and write down how many hours I slept, what exercise I did, and what was my mood that particular day. Again, this is something that I wouldn't do every single day, I guess, because this is a new activity. I don't want to overwhelm myself. I'll start off with just doing it on weekdays and then see how it goes, whether I want to continue or not. This is how your planners are usually structured, and I want to share some extra tips with you guys so that it can help you to enjoy planning and also make it a consistent part of your life. The first tip that I want to share is avoid perfectionism tendencies. This new planner is there. It is so pretty, and it's obvious that we don't want to make any mistakes, but this particular thought and mentality really stops us from using the planners to its fullest capacity, and I don't want us to miss out on it. So it is okay, you are going to make mistakes. I love using stickers to cover up mistakes. I use whiteouts, you can use whiteners and stuff to cover up mistakes. That's not a problem at all. And then if there are any days wherein you have not planned, that's okay. Just leave it blank and move on to it. Just make sure that you're not continuously not using the planner. If you have missed a day, make sure that it's a bit intentional, like either you weren't feeling up to it, you weren't feeling well, or you were traveling during that time. So make sure the reasons why you're not using a planner is intentional, or there might be some days where you just don't feel like using it, and that's perfectly all right. Come back the next day, leave it blank. Don't try to go and fill it. I am guilty of that too. I try to go and fill it and stuff. Don't do that. Just leave it and continue living your life and using the planner. And also something that I want to say is, if you give up using your planner because of perfectionism, because you feel like, oh, you know what, I skipped using it this week, so I'm not going to use it for the entire month, I'll use it from February onwards. If you do that, you will never find your rhythm with planning. The most important thing with planning is routine. So trying to make it part of your life for as many days as possible, making it make sure you're using your planner more often than not. So if you keep skipping it on a purposeful basis for no particular reason, just because you haven't used it in the third week of January, so you don't want to use it for the entire month. If you do that, you're never gonna find your rhythm. Tip number 2 is to just make it fun. Planning is fun, planners are fun, stationery products are fun. So let's just keep it that way. Let's not create I feel like I've seen a lot of people who absolutely love planners, who love stationery products, but because they're not able to use it consistently, because they feel like they're wasting money on planners, they just give up it on an entire level. They just give up using their planners and they move on with their life. I personally don't want to be that person. These things brings me a lot of joy, so I try to make it as fun as possible. What I really like to do is once a week, again, creating a ritual to set up my planner. I absolutely love stickers, so I use stickers to decorate it. I'll add some of the decorative stickers that I've recently launched on my website. I'm gonna be using these type of stickers to, like a combination of decorative and functional stickers, to set up my weeks. This will really help you stay consistent. This is something that I would look forward to every single week to come and set up in my planner. So I suggest you, whatever it is for you, whether it is using like different colored pens or washi tapes or stickers or any other scrapbooking materials, whatever it is, like whatever brings you joy and you feel like it's fun, do that. Make it a part of your routine. It really helps, guys. Number 3 is celebrate small wins. Life is all about celebrating small wins, so why not bring that into your planner itself? Add snippets of your memories, like you've gone out with your friend, we click so many different pictures. Once a month, sit down, print all of that, try to add it here. What I really liked doing in the past is, if any nice thing happened, when I come at the end of the day to check off my list, I would write that nice thing that would have happened. When I got offered my first job here in Canada, like my first full-time job, I came and I wrote that, and till date I remember how I felt in that particular moment. Like there was so much joy, and I transferred that into my planner, and that really helps. Big things like that, or even small things, if any fun thing that happened, write that down. Like, just don't elaborate it too, just write a phrase or a sentence around it. If I am expecting a package, like if I'm end of the year time, you'll be receiving all of your planners and stuff, right? Oh, Alicia, Souza package arriving today. So just building up excitement around it. What it does is it creates a positive association with your planner. I feel sometimes people, the way they use their planners, it feels like they're punishing themselves. With habit trackers and stuff, they get disappointed if they've not done it consistently, if they've not done it on all the 30 or 31 days. So it's there's a lot of negative experiences around it. With celebrating small wins in your planner, it builds a positive association, which I do it myself, and I recommend you to do it as well. And another thing to celebrate is if you, in a week, if you followed through the plans that you made, like celebrate yourself, go take yourself out for a coffee, and then you can add a coffee sticker here and write down, took myself for a coffee. I'm someone who does all of those things, and trust me, it's these little things that really matters at the end of the day, and it helps. So yeah, these were all of the things that I wanted to share in this particular video. I hope it helped you. And by the way, I just realized that this is the first video that you will be watching of my channel in 2024. So happy new year. I am really excited for 2024, and there are more planner setup videos coming. I have one video to film, the planner lineup one. after that I will start setting up. Don't worry, I haven't like set up anything yet. I wanted to do it with you guys on camera. So once the planner lineup video is done, wherein I share about all of the different planners that I'll be using in this year, I'll start off with the setup videos. So yeah guys, this was it. This was today's video. I really hope you found it helpful. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, as well as subscribe for all of the future videos that are coming up. Awesome. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.